from the Palais des Sports in Yaoundé, Cameroon, which will be the home of the 26th edition of the FIBA Women's AfroBasket this year. Game 2, and it's been a great day of competition at the group stage level. Egypt with the only blowout win and a hotly contested game between Angola and Mozambique earlier on. You can see the results on your screen, but we turn our attention to Group A as Kenya looked to get a win against Cape Verde. If Kenya were ever to have a rival, I think it would be Cape Verde, and here to take you through that action is myself, Silale Shani and Usher Komugisha. Kenya and Cape Verde have faced each other 4 times historically in AfroBasket, with each side winning 2. This time, Cape Verde go against a rebuilt Kenyan team with only 3 players returning from last year's AfroBasket. Do Kenya have the edge, or could this really go either way, as history has proven?
Well, you have to understand that Kenya come into this one as favorites, and you can see that Kenya has absolutely changed from that 2019 side that played in Dakar with yourself not being on the team. And obviously Cape Verde coming into this tournament as the winners of Zone 2 after edging Guinea over 2 games, and Kenya Zone 5 champions after defeating Egypt in a thrilling final in Kigali, and obviously taking out Rwanda and debutant South Sudan. So here we are today for the last game of the day, and it is going to be exciting, thrilling, a very fast-paced game we should expect when you look at the size of both teams, and they like to run the ball on the floor.
Yes, indeed, and as the Cape Verde team start to line up on the floor, this is their 5th appearance at AfroBasket, and prior to, I think it was 20, they were not present for 6 years in the AfroBasket prior to 2019, and for them to come back 2 years ago, have a decent appearance. They're placed 13th in Africa, and their best result is reaching the quarterfinals in 2005, which is where they debuted at AfroBasket. This year, they're looking to give teams a tough time. And, you know, kudos to Cape Verde, a small island, to be able to field a team that's this strong. I think we have to give credit where credit is due.
Yes, absolutely, and also being a country that has qualified 2 teams to this level, the men finishing 4th just a few weeks ago in Kigali, and the women are here to start their quest on the African continent at the Women's AfroBasket.
And as Kenya make their way onto the floor, last AfroBasket, there were no classification games, but Kenya are still ranked 9th in Africa, a rating that I'm sure improved after the Zone 5 qualifiers. But now let's have a pause in the commentary for the playing of the Cape Verde and Kenya national anthems.
Amadou from Nigeria. Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, bienvenue pour l'exécution précise. Donc, pour National Anthem, DJ qui commence par l'hymne du Cap-Vert. L'hymne du Cap-Vert.
Those were the national anthems from both sides, and now it's just a few minutes until we get started for game action. Your referees for this game, Najer Zanagui from Algeria, Nadege Zuzu from Cote d'Ivoire, and Arbia Belkid from Tunisia.
And for the very first time in this tournament, we have an all-female crew for the referees. Very interesting. You keep talking about the diversity, and here it is, Tunisia, Cote d'Ivoire, and Algeria represented on the officiating lineup for the last game of day 2 at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2021 in Yaoundé.
And that's your starting 5 for Cape Verde. Leitao Jade, she's the veteran player leading the charge. Rosiana Vash, need to keep a close eye on her as well. And Ornella Livramento also spent a good chunk of time with Cape Verde national team. And they're going to be kicking things off for the island off the coast of Africa. The head coach, Antonio Moreira. He has been with Cape Verde since 2013, and he'll be looking to put out a good performance for Cape Verde today. They've had a constant 9th place finish in their last 2 appearances, and they'll be looking to improve that, especially now with the classification games. And the Kenya national team starting 5 in the backcourt, Melissa Otieno, Natalie Mwangale, and Victoria Reynolds. The front court, Mercy Wanyama and Vilma Owino. Mercy Wanyama had a great game yesterday against Cameroon, leading the Lionesses in scoring and in rebounding. She had a double-double in that game, and they're going to be coached by Coach George Mayenga, who right now is coaching for the JKL Dolphins in Uganda. I'm sure you've seen him at work in Kampala.
Yes, in Kampala. So familiar faces here. Obviously, Kenya, the team that you once played for and captain, must be a huge honor for you to watch them play without you on the court. Pretty weird?
It's not weird. My knees hurt just watching them. But it's a very strong sense of pride that I have for this Kenya national team. And because I know what they're able to deliver, I'm loving the chemistry that they have even off the court. I'm always for Kenyan basketball, whether it's the men's national team or the women's national team. A lot of the players in the women's national team, both sides really, are good friends of mine. So if they succeed, I feel like I'm succeeding. And like you said, especially as a former national team player.
And obviously looking at Kenya coming out strong yesterday, they'll be looking to bounce back and hopefully get their first victory at this tournament as Zone 5 champions. It's been a long road for East African basketball. I mean, if you go back to 1997 when Kenya hosted the women's AfroBasket and then playing at the World Cup, it's been a long journey, and perhaps with this team, the East Africans can begin a journey to see if they can go back to the helm of African basketball.
I think it's a strong sense of pride for us, Usher, to have Kenya and even Egypt be here, the AfroBasket tournament, just a Zone 5, looking at one of the most competitive zones in the continent. Uganda national team also very, very strong, and definitely on the trajectory to be the queens of Zone 5 to get the right support.
And you have the arrival of South Sudan.
And there we have the opening tip-off. Hello and welcome, folks, to Yaoundé, Cameroon for the Group A matchup between Cape Verde, the Blue Sharks, and Kenya, the Lionesses. Kenya with the early 2 points. 15 seconds hardly gone by. And I think we're going to be in for a good game tonight. Again, the last game of the day, game day 2. And then you see Victoria Reynolds. She had a very quiet night yesterday. I'm sure she's going to reintroduce herself in this game. She's the star player for Kenya's Jade Leitao Can't get that one to go. Good defensive play from Vilma Owino. Cross-court pass, dangerous one at that. Steals back Leitao. Now to Mendes. Vash at the top of the key. Livramento at the baseline. She kicks it out. And we're going to have a three-point shot from Livramento. Makes it count. That was a good offensive possession, Usher.
Well, very impressive player. And she just knocked that down easily to open Cape Verde's account.
Mercy Wanyama, they'll call the travel on her. She'll have to make a correction on that.
And very good defense there from Vash. Josiana. Look at that three-pointer from Livramento to give Cape Verde a good start to this game.
Cape Verde are traditionally a very strong three-point shooting team. The tallest person on their squad is 6'1". As we see now, a nice steal from Mercy Wanyama. Another long pass from Wangale, and those passes are not working. She knows it. And those are the kind of passes that invite steals and turnovers. Point guard is going to have to do a better job of valuing the ball. Wangale will inbound. Reynolds now. So back to Wangale. Otieno on the left wing. It was a bounce pass to Mercy Wanyama, and there's a lack of communication there.
I mean, we can say that it's just the beginning of the game, and they'll settle down as the game grows.
We're talking about the zone offense. Kenya have opted to go for the 3-2 zone. I think the only team that has played zone here. Vilma Owino playing defense from the floor. Livramento gets it out to Leitao. Leitao into the paint. And they'll call a foul.
With 0.8 seconds on the clock, ill-advised for Marcy. She has to look at the clock as well.
Marcy Wanyama picks up that early foul, and she's going to have to be careful. She had a double-double yesterday. We'll make sure her output needs to be good today. Reynolds now at the top of the key. Gets it to Otieno. Otieno almost getting trapped. Dishes it out to Vilma Owino. Owino can't get that one to fall. Victoria Reynolds fighting for that offensive rebound, and it's tapped out by Josiana Vash. And in the Cape Verde team, there are two sisters, Josiana Vash and Jessica Vash, who are both products of Jade Leitano's training camp. Reynolds kick out to Wangale. Wangale back out to Vilma Owino. And Kenya unable to get into a rhythm early. Leitao to Livramento. Back to Leitao. Leitao will launch from three-point land. Reynolds with the rebound. Wangalo trying to take it coast to coast. Rebound Wanyama, she puts it back up. Cape Verde, slight one-point lead. Taking a look at the replay. Wangale trying to take it in all the way. But it's Mercy Wanyama who was fouled on the putback. Way off target with that free throw, very uncharacteristic for Wanyama, who applies her trade in Cortegara in Spain. Cannot connect on both, and it's a rebound picked up by Andrade. Livramento, top of the key. Gets it out for the three-point shot, short. Mendes couldn't get that one to fall. Livramento again with offensive rebound, misses everything. Wino now gets it to Wangale. Under 6.5 played here. What a beautiful pass to find Victoria Reynolds. She couldn't finish on that one. Mercy Wanyama fighting for the offensive rebound. They call it jump ball. Possession goes to Cape Verde. And whenever Kenya and Cape Verde meet, this is what you can expect to see, a scrappy game.
It is scrappy because both teams are fast and play very intense defense.
It's good pressure defense, but they just can't steal it away. Finally, Melissa Tieno makes it happen. Good steal from her. She'll push it on transition. Wangale to find Vilma Owino on the drive. Kenya have to make those shots.
It's way too many turnovers for both teams in this game.
Leitao out to Mendes. Mendes to the corner for the three. Livramento can't get that one to fall. Leitao with the rebound. Unsuccessful as well. And they're going to call a walk on Vandel Andrade.
Well, Vandel coming back to this Cape Verde team for the first time since 2013. Will be looking to fit in and help the Blue Sharks in this continental championship.
Coach having a talk with Vilma Owino on the bench. She comes out of the game in Brenda Wasuda. Otieno, center drive. Tries to get it up. They'll call the foul on Fernandes. Go to the line to shoot two. That's a good job attacking the paint. Almost halfway through the quarter. And tie game at 3-3.
I mean, what do you think about that, though?
Extremely low scoring. Say that first and foremost. Kenya not necessarily known for their scoring power. They're definitely more of a defensive-minded team. But we knew, like we said, it was going to be a grinder. It was going to be scrappy. Leitao kicks it out to Vash for the three-point shot in the corner. Misses the hoop and the basket. Wangale now with a long pass to Reynolds. This time finds his target. Good run by Reynolds. And they're going to have to get back on defense. Good move from Andrade. Leitao with the rebound. And she kicks it out for another three-point shot. Fernandes and Kenya are going to be in trouble if Cape Verde start hitting these three-point shots. If they're taking them like that, that means they know they can make them. Nice floating pass into Brenda Wasuda. She's fouled on the way up.
Vaj has to be careful because she is her team's star forward and center in that paint. Look at that fast break. Brilliant from Victoria Reynolds, and Wangale finally getting a pass right in this game. She'll be happy with herself.
She should indeed. Brenda Wasuda short on that free throw. Brenda Wasuda last played at Seattle University, recalled back to the national team, and she's looking to make her mark. The top African basketball tournament for women. Vash gets it out for the three-point shot. Nice kick too. 15. Ornella.
That's a brilliant finish from Livramento. And on the other side, Victoria Reynolds finding her feet. That is 4 points. 6 actually for her. 6 points of Kenya's 8.
Livramento loses it, and Kenya, known for their offensive transition, are making Cape Verde pay for that sloppiness. Kenya now with a 5-point lead. They've gone on a run here with just under 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Cape Verde are looking for a way to stop the bleeding. They've called a timeout. Let's head on to the huddle and hear what their coach has to say. Coach Antonio Moreira trying to calm down the team of Cape Verde, who have struggled with shooting so far, shooting 20% from the field, unable to connect. They've just hit 1 of the 5 attempts.
We have to be patient with offense. Okay, we have to be patient with offense. That corner pass is available. Bounce for Bandel. Turn and then make a quick move. But don't force anything, okay? You can pass it out, all right? Let's go, let's go. Box out, box out.
Looking at that replay there, Mwangale with that beautiful pass to Victoria Reynolds. She finally could get a long pass to the right direction. And listening into that timeout, as Antonio Moreira, usually called Zola back home in Cape Verde, telling his players to be patient with the ball as Josiana Vaj comes down with the ball.
Leitao now on the wing, gets it out to Fernandes. Fernandes finds Andrade, the wing back to Fernandes. And they're keeping that ball on the right side of the court. They get it out to Vash now. Vash, deep 3, can't get it to fall. Wangale now to Reynolds. And they're gonna slow down. They're gonna go to the set offense. Ooh, dangerous pass to Otieno. She gets it to Wasuda. Mercy Wanyama alone in the paint. Yes. And you can see Otieno taking a good look at her. She wasn't in position. That convinced Wanyama to go across and get into a nice low post position where she is the most effective, as Fernandes now on the wing gets it to Vash. Vash Leitao, the veteran player with the mid-range jumper. It's good.
Beautiful from Jed Leitao, the veteran of the team. She's played at all 5 AfroBaskets that Cape Verde have featured in, including this one. So as far back as 2005, when she was 22, to 2007, 13, 19, and now. Mercy Wanyama. Good finish there, using her size in the paint to make that count. As Kenya lead 12-7 with 2 minutes, 9 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Leitana at the top of the key to Fernandes. Gives it to Andrade. Andrade behind the back. Back out to Fernandes. That looks good. Puts it up, knocks it down. And Alicia Fernandes. Mercy Wanyama now with the fadeaway. Just couldn't get it to get to the target. And here comes Livramento, the veteran player. Fernandes, who seems to like that right wing.
Good drive.
Good pass to Livramento. Livramento gets the pass, kicks it out to Andrade for the finish. And it's now a tied game. Cape Verde have gone on a 5-2 run. Mercy Wanyama busy doing whatever she wants to do in the paint. I'm glad she has that kind of confidence. Needs to allow it to continue. Again, she had a double-double in the last game, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Andrade gets it out to Fernandes. Back into Andrade. Shot clock winding down. Leitao. And number 5, Indira Ibora, didn't know where she was. Excuse me, that was Correa. Didn't know where she was on the floor. Stepped on the baseline.
Some fresh legs onto the court.
Fresh legs always necessary. Celine Okumu, who just checked in for the Kenya team, as well as Christine Akinyi. Victoria Reynolds called for the offensive foul. Ball will go back to the hands of Cape Verde. And just 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Kenya have managed to get a 2-point lead. Cape Verde looking to even the score before that buzzer. A long pass to Ivora in the corner. Can't get it. Wangale, she's going to put the speed on. Get the pass to Celine Okumu. And Wangale has been an excellent distributor for the Kenya Lionesses in this game. 3 seconds left on the game clock, and Livramento throws up a prayer. 4-point lead for Kenya against Cape Verde, and you had said earlier, Usher, that they are the favorites to win this game, but Cape Verde are putting on a very good fight.
It's interesting, you know, that Cape Verde is playing the way that they are, because coach before this game started, he said yesterday was the very first time that he had all his players able to practice together, because you have some of the players in Cape Verde and the others are best in the US, in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, where he actually lives. So he was able to get them, you know, once, twice a week to work together, while the others back home in Praia were also practicing. So yesterday, because they didn't have a game, they were able to come together and work on some things. So to see them execute now is a thing of beauty. And he was saying that there's no pressure on his team. They will do their very best and try to obviously represent and make the country of Cape Verde very proud.
I mean, if it's one thing that Cape Verde are good at, it's playing without putting pressure on themselves. They just try and give as good as they can, and when they have that pressure off their shoulders, they generally have a very good game.
Yes, I mean, you can look at their ball distribution. Their shots haven't been able to drop as they would like, but they have to work on a couple of turnovers that they've been making, because that then gives Kenya an opportunity to run the floor and benefit from the easy fast breaks.
Kenya actually does a much better job of scoring on transition than they do on the set offense, as we've seen today. I think the majority of their points have actually come from that transition offense, where they have one of the guards running the floor, Natalie Mwangale, with that long pass. She's made it work for Celine Okumu. She's made it work for Victoria Reynolds, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of that from her.
And obviously, very good execution, way better than yesterday for the Lionesses of Kenya. They're starting to, you know, grow into the tournament, and that's what you want from a team with such abilities and depth, for that matter.
Here come Celine Okumu and Kenya at the start of the second. She went right into the defense, loses the ball. Livramento now on the other side, too strong off the glass. Christina Akinyi back into the game, and that was a big rebound for her. Long pass to Reynolds, gets it back to Wangale with a hesitation, tries to get it up. Suda manages to keep it, and now Victoria Reynolds takes a shot. Couldn't grab it, she bumps into Livramento, completely unnecessary foul. And Victoria Reynolds picks up her first in this game. It looked rushed.
It looked rushed, could have been better, but obviously both players trying to, you know, fight for the ball and get the possession. But now Cape Verde have the ball on their side.
Reynolds pushes it out to Natalie Mwangale. Mwangale too strong as well. expensive miss. That's what they say. And you know what? On the other end, Cape Verde is going to make them pay at the hands of Andrade. And Mongale a bit too trigger happy with those long passes. I think I'd like to see her slow it down a little bit. Livramento bring the ball up. Kick to Andrade. Andrade will see the opening and she'll take it. That was a good move. A good strong move. Again, it's easy to, you know, not expect much from Cape Verde, but I think that they're a team that are full of surprises.
I mean, look at how powerful that drive was to the basket. You have to give it up to them as Okumu and the Lionesses head to the bench for the timeout. Let's listen in to what George Mayenga has to tell his team. Well, looking at Cape Verde, and on the bench, Fernandez putting ice on her head, perhaps to cool the temperature.
No, I think she got a knock. I think she got a nice knock on the head.
Yes, but that, you know, helps to cool the pain or whatever it is, and hopefully she'll feel better.
Andrade at the line gets the first free throw to go. And she has an opportunity to tie it up here for Cape Verde. No. Does not take that opportunity. 1 point game here, 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Early days of the second quarter. Brenda Wasuda will inbound the ball. Checking in for the first time, the captain of the Lionesses, Ouma. Reynolds now with Livramento on her. Christina Kinyi gets it back to the captain. Captain floating pass to Reynolds with a floater, yes! Victoria Reynolds with the runner, and we're starting to see signs of the Reynolds we saw in Kigali just a few months ago at the Zone 5 qualifiers. She was the MVP of that tournament and also made it to the All-Star 5.
Was she dancing in the air?
I wouldn't doubt it. Victoria Reynolds is one of those players with good vibes, always looking for a good time. Really pleasant personality to be around. Andrade gets it to Vash. Vash out to Lei Tao on the left wing. Can't connect. Reynolds will push it. Wasuda fighting for position in the post. Bad pass by Reynolds. She was looking for Christine Akinyi. And now Vash with an opportunity for payback. No, it's Livramento who takes matters into her own hands.
And it is a 2-point game so far.
2-point game indeed. 7 points for Livramento. Christina Akinyi misses on that one. Brenda Wasuda, ball smacked away from behind. And it's back forth here for Cape Verde and Kenya as a foul has been called on Ivora. Off the screens, substitution for Kenya. Akinyi will go to the bench. Vilma Owino will come back in, and she's gonna be a big contributor towards the front court as Wasuda struggles offensively to finish up her plays.
For Wasuda, I mean, for what you can offer on offense, she offers on defense, picks those good rebounds, and provides size in the paint for Kenya.
Ouma She's looking for the opening. It's a tough move to the hoop. And she'll get to go to the line to shoot 2. Brenda Wasuda looking like she's limping. I don't know what happened there. I think maybe someone stepped on her foot. But she'll stay on the floor. She's going to walk it off. As Mendes also into the game. Catterton is going to have to set the example here and knock down those free throws. And now Vash, Josiana gets it out to Fernandez for the three-point shot. It's short. Vash with the rebound and the putback.
And the game is tied, 19-all. Wow. Did you see that coming?
I did. I'm telling you, this is going to be a close game to the final whistle. Definitely the fourth quarter. And it's just about the team that ends up being mentally stronger and executes better. Victoria Reynolds. Nice soft touch for Victoria Reynolds to put Kenya back up by 2.
And she's the first player in this game to go to double digits, 11 points.
He's been getting it done, and that's good ball movement by Cape Verde to find Fernandez.
Gotta love the ball distribution there for the Blue Sharks. And looking at that replay, look at that. Vash with the assist and easy finish for Fernandez.
Back in the bench, Brenda Adhiambo looking injured and back in the game. Mercy Wanyama. Oma. Feed to Owino. Owino wasn't expecting the pass. She should have expected it. The drive and dish always works. Otieno called for a walk. And that'll be another turnover for Kenya, who have now clocked 9 turnovers. Not incredibly efficient. Mendes to Fernandez. She can take that three-point shot if she wants to. Really, any player wearing a blue jersey on that floor can take that three-point shot. And Vash will splash. Josiana Vash, the 6'1" center, showing us her versatility. She can knock down those threes, and she can also take it to you in the post.
She's very versatile, can bring down the ball, she can shoot from behind the arc, she can drive in. I mean, what can she do?
One pass fake, too many for Rose Ouma. And we're taking a look at that replay. Beautiful three-pointer for Josiana Vash, and she now has 5 points for this game. And I said it, Usher, once Cape Verde start getting hot from beyond the arc, Kenya is going to be in trouble. But in case that doesn't happen, Andrade showing what she's capable of.
Vandel, this is what Cape Verde missed in 2019 in Dakar, and she's bringing the heat into this game. And if Kenya not careful, if they don't look to stop her, she's going to do this all day. I mean, you have to respect a player that does everything like that on the baseline. On the baseline.
Those baseline drives are tough, very, very tough. And Kenya are going to have to call a timeout, as now Cape Verde take a 6-point lead. Andrade, 7 points for her, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. She is shining like a bright star for the Blue Sharks. Cape Verde looking hungry for this win. Kenya gonna have to adjust. Let's listen in to what Coach Mayenga has to say.
Meaning, Listen though, you put in the show full court, pressure in the front. Look at the ready to ball. So the two sides, I'm playing like this. I'm waiting for that pass. Look at the ready to go ball. You're gonna press girls, I'm gonna be ready. All right.
You get a sense that the energy is a bit off in the Kenya camp. I'm sure they're very frustrated. They're just trying to get into a proper rhythm. They know that they can do much better, and this time they have been struggling defensively. And really, like Usher has said, defense comes to individual decisions to just get it done. Move your feet, do the hard things, the monotonous things, and get it done.
You spoke earlier about the zone, but Kenya went away from that zone. They need to get back to it because it was working for them, especially in the first quarter.
It's very good observation, Usher. So Wanyama, poor decision to pass into Vilma Owino. The angle was not there. Vash into Andrade. Andrade tries to give the dish. She manages to keep it alive. Fernandes now will step on the line. The Rhode Island College student didn't know where she was on the floor. Melissa Otieno loses the ball, and here comes a 4-on-1 situation. Lei Tao, dish to Vash. Vash finishes. And that is nice two-man play for Cape Verde. Jade Leitao and Vash, you can see they've played together for a long time.
I mean, when you look at, you know, the transition and the execution, you have to give it up to Vash. She's a star.
Tough move from Vilma Owino. This time, Mercy managed to get it into the hands of the other post player, but ideally you want more of a high-low situation than that lateral pass. Cape Verde down the other end. Josiana Vash, she slips on the floor, unfortunately. Gonna be a wet spot, and I'm sure they'll mop that up really quick.
Look at that. Whoa, beautiful, beautiful from Jed Leitao, and the finish from Vash. Smooth, quick, efficient. I mean, Antonio Moreira must be very happy with what the Blue Sharks are doing on court right now.
Absolutely, and Leitao, who's also played in the 3-on-3 national team, she knows how to get things fancy. That's a poke away, good defensive play by Mendes. Mendes to Vash. Vash sees the lane, she takes it. And Vash gets her 9th point for this game. Cape Verde continuing to creep away. She has been 3 for 3 from the field.
It is a 10-point game now, and Cape Verde are in charge. Very good defense.
Mangala didn't know where she was passing to. And another turnover for her.
That was good eyes, though, if you look at the pass and the idea. And Vash, brilliant finish there. The transition, and really the fact that she saw the highway and took it.
But where was the help defense?
Well, I mean,
Wanyama was 2 steps away. All she had to do was just make the shot a little bit difficult. And I think that Kenya is sleeping on defense.
They didn't see that one coming. I think they thought that she would just pass the ball, and that's the crumb work, because Vash is a very versatile player. Like we said earlier, she can pass the ball, she can drive, she can shoot behind the arc. She's a very good rebounder and very lethal. If anything, they need to look out for her, but also the options that they have as a team is really incredible, because Livramento is also having a good game. Andrade, 8 points. So you can see that it's not even just about Leitao. It's about these 3 players that are doing, you know, everything to make sure that they take charge of this game.
In fact, Leitao, if you ask me, is really doing the intangibles. Like, she just has 2 points, but she has 2 steals, making sure she's controlling her turnover situations. They had a beautiful assist to Josiana Vash that we saw earlier. And I think her presence on the floor is what the rest of the Cape Verde team are really feeding off of.
And it's interesting you say that. We just had them say that Kenya is tired, and that is something that the Kenyans need to address. They don't have the luxury to get tired in the second quarter of this game. For a team that has been together for 3 months, training, they need to react and react quickly.
Reynolds tries to whip a pass into the paint. It's scooped up by Vash. Vash tries to go coast to coast, and she's fouled on the way up, earns a trip to the line. Josiana Vash, the tallest player on the Cape Verde Blue Sharks, standing at 6'1". You'd never know. She plays like a 6'7" champion, and she averaged 15 points per game in the last AfroBasket and 7 rebounds per game. Those are very impressive statistics.
She was their best player, and she's coming back to show that she's consistent. It was not a fluke for her to play the way that she did in Dakar. And looking at her now, it is impressive that at her age, you know, she's delivering the way that she is at 21 years. So many AfroBaskets ahead, and you gotta give it to her.
That means she debuted at her first AfroBasket when she was really young.
Exactly, she was 19. And speaking of 19, her younger sister Jessica Vash is 18 and making her own debut in this tournament.
Otieno throws the ball away. Another turnover for her after just checking back into the game. She has 4 turnovers. She's picked up 4 turnovers already. Livramento, baseline drive. She tries to kick it out, can't hit the target. Wangale now is going to have to slow it down. Too many blue jerseys in the paint. Christine Akinyi, again, we talked about it. Those lateral passes will never get to their targets. And even if they do, it's going to be a tough finish for the receiving post player.
I mean, Kenya needs to do much better in the paint because the size is there. They just need to be confident in themselves and own that space.
Really, Usher, Kenya are playing, like you said, a team that has not trained with each other for the last 3 months, that did not go through a qualifying tournament to get to this stage. Again, a lot of players who are debuting at the AfroBasket level, but still, this is a familiar opponent as they're now looking for action, for possibilities to score. Christine Akinyi unable to connect, and here comes Andrade, who kicks it out from the three-point shot. Vash bounces up, can't get it to fall. Chino with a push, should get it to Christine Akinyi, who's fouled on the way up by Vash. Vash with her second personal foul. Take a look at the replay. There's a nice find by Melissa Otieno. Two shots for Christine Akinyi, misses the first one.
I mean, do we need to talk about the importance of scoring and converting on the free throw line? At least she makes one, Christine Akinyi, as she gets to play defense on Livramento. Vash.
Wangale fouled as she tries to get that steal, and she's so dangerous in that backcourt. Any slow or sloppy pass, she will poke it away and put the speed on down the floor. They're going to call an unsportsmanlike foul. So take a look at the replay. Unsportsmanlike on Livramento. See the push there.
Wangale to the line. There it is. Converts the very first one. And the second. At least that keeps Kenya in this game. So 24 for Kenya and 31 for Cape Verde. It's a 7-point game and Kenya have possession.
Kenya are now in the bonus, and they'll need to recognize that and take it into Cape Verde, who clearly have trouble containing their fouling situation. Shoelaces are being tied. Ball now out to Otieno. Otieno gets it to Wangale. Wangale looking for options. Otieno, good pass into the post. Akinyi can't close it out. She gets her own rebound, puts it back up. And Christine Akinyi gets up on the scoring board with now her 3rd point for the game. Kenya have to recover on the other end. Oh, a wild shot from a number 6, Fernandez.
I mean, that is impressive, the way that she turned around and executed.
Everything is working for the Blue Sharks, and Kenya having to fight for every single possession, and fight they are. Mercy Wanyama gets 2 points for the Lionesses, and as we have 25 seconds on the game clock, Cape Verde looking to extend the lead. We have a 3-point shot from Lei Tao, way off. And we're gonna have a jump ball.
Look at that. Amazing. The way she just stand around and managed to get the ball into the bucket.
And the crazy thing is, as wild as that shot looked, Usher, I think she knew.
She knew, and it's something
She was
she's
gonna
done
go
before.
in. Exactly. Bosch with the fadeaway. And it's gonna be 6 seconds left on the clock. Otieno will let loose with a shot that is way off the mark, and that will take us to the bottom, the end of the first half. Cape Verde still leading by 5 points. Kenya managing to cut down the 10-point lead to now 5, 28-33 Cape Verde.
Well, obviously, it's been an interesting game looking at Kenya's percentage behind the arc, 0%. Cape Verde have converted 3 of 17 attempts, and it's been impressive. 22 rebounds for either team, 4 assists for Kenya, 8 for Cape Verde, 10 steals for Cape Verde, and 8 for Kenya. That tells you something about the defense of both the teams, that it's a 5-point game. As we conclude the first half of this game, there will be a lot to play for in the second half.
Kenya have allowed Cameroon to get away with this one as Otieno, the ball rolls in and out. Great block from number 3, Ngukwon.
Getting introduced to African basketball here in Yaoundé with this Tunisian team.
That was a good move from Alima Dembele of Mali. Controlled the dribble well. Strong spin move. Veloso now trying to take it in. It's smacked away by Nkem. And Sarah Ogoke with a left-handed finish to get Nigeria to 58 points. Still very early in the first quarter. Suma loses the ball. Jeme on the other end. Nice dish for the finish by Dave Jai. Palu punishing on the other end of the floor. Wow. A lot of people on the floor. My goodness.
What
Tell them something or they'll get them.
We have walked this land for a long time. We know how far we've gone, and we're sure of how far we can go. Unity is not just a word here. It's not just a spirit in this sport. It's the way we all move. We are proud of our art, country, family, language, and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
Welcome back to the Palais des Sports here in Yaoundé, Cameroon. It's halftime of the game between Cape Verde and Kenya. Cape Verde fan out here in Cameroon. And you're taking a look at some of the stats there. Vaz, 9 points. Andrade, 7 rebounds. Vaz, 3 assists. But the real hero of the day must be Josiana Vaz. She is on track to have a triple-double if she really, really wants it. She has 9 points, 5 steals, and 6 rebounds. Now remember, we talked about her performance in the last AfroBasket. She was averaging 15 points per game and 7 rebounds per game in 2019. She's a do-it-all kind of player. And here's a nice fun fact for you. She was trained and developed by none other than the captain of Cape Verde, Jade Leitao. So you can imagine how exciting it must be for Leitao to see her proteges performing the way that they are in this particular matchup. Cape Verde looking to extend this lead and really come alive here in the third quarter. Historically, Kenya has struggled with their third quarters, but I'm sure they've made adjustments in the locker room. Usher, if you're Coach Mayenga, what are you telling the Lionesses?
Well, obviously, it's really to go back to the basics, pass that ball, and on the other side of the court, play good defense, avoid the fouls, communicate, talk to each other. And when you see your teammates are down, you need to encourage them. But obviously, he also has to see how he is rotating his side and make sure that when the energy levels are down or one of the players is not doing well, he is able to bring them off, give them a breather, and they can get back on court.
All right. For the Kenya side, you can see Reynolds with 11 points and 4 rebounds. Mercy Wanyama also on her track to have a double-double for tonight. She has 5 rebounds and 6 points. Unfortunately, she had 2 personal fouls, and the coach sat her down for some time, but I'm definitely sure she's going to be starting this game. Reynolds, as you can see, leading with points there. Would like to see her also come alive in this second half. Kenya needed. Kenya needed. It's a 5-point lead for Cape Verde. They've not gotten away with it. And Reynolds could give them the offensive contribution, but we really need to see other players come to the fold and get it done for Kenya.
Well, obviously, Victoria Reynolds, she's done an incredible job of getting Kenya into this one. So just to make sure that, you know, Mercy Wanyama, Vilma, Owino are also contributing in the paint, that will be very key for the Lionesses in this second half of this game.
Let's see if Kenya makes the adjustments that they need to, and if the Blue Sharks can continue to get the ball into the hands of Josiana Vaz, the center who does it all.
Well, it's interesting to see how the teams return in this third quarter after that halftime break. It will be Kenya's possession as Reynolds passes it to Mwangale.
Ball back in Reynolds' hands. She kicks it out to Mwangale. Otieno now will step on the line. And we've seen so much of that, not just in this tournament, but also in the men's AfroBasket. And I wonder if it's because of the layout of the court. You know how it's an open plan like this. You kind of get sucked into how spacious it seems, but really, it's not that spacious.
Well, that's part of court awareness that is expected of the players. Need to stay walk, as people say these days.
Mercy Wanyama, one step too many. They'll call the travel on her. We're talking about woke, she walked. As Livramento walking back slowly. And I saw her earlier kind of holding her thigh and hip.
Let's look at that replay.
Yeah.
It looks like a cramp.
I don't think it's a cramp. I think she hit her thigh on Natalie Akinyi's knee. You saw as she was trying to drive to the hoop, she kind of caught Natalie's knee, and I think might be a muscle injury.
Well, we'll wait to see what the doctor says from the Blue Sharks bench.
Mendes gets it to Andrade. Also had a great first half. Mendes now for the long two. Andrade with the rebound. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fernandes to Leitao. Leitao with a dribble jumper. Yes, at the buzzer. Jade Leitao, no stranger to pressure moments, no stranger to the big shots. As Reynolds is fouled on the lay-in, she'll head to the line to shoot two.
As Vaj registers her second foul in this game. Not so bad for a player like her. I mean, she's in the paint. She's always under pressure from the bigs. I mean, if you look at Vilma and Massey, as Victoria Reynolds misses on the charity line, she has one more chance to correct that. And she converts.
Here comes Andretta and the Blue Sharks to bring the ball up. Just over a minute played here in the third quarter. Leitao, top of the key. Cape Verde doing a great job of spreading out the floor. Fernandes couldn't get that one to fall. Vash with the rebound. Back to Vash. Vash is going to have the dribble jumper. Can't get that one to go. Wanyama cleans up the boards. Gets the offensive rebound. And Kenya are going to have to convert Wangale from downtown. Leitao tries to get to Andrade.
I mean, what was her idea there exactly?
And we talked about it. So this is not a court that you want to have bounce passes to. Melissa Otieno with a delay. Normally she just attacks the hoop. This time she had the hesitation. Fernandes, speaking of hesitations, Fernandes with a slight hesitation, manages to get around Mercy Wanyama. 9 points for her.
And it is an 8-point game.
Reynolds took that shot up way too early, was trying to talk to someone on the bench and lost track of Leitao, who was coming down the floor. Leitao unable to convert. Owino not able to convert either. And that's just sloppy from both sides, if you ask me, Asher.
It is from both sides, especially coming off that halftime break. You would think that they have fresh legs. Bit of a fumble there, and it is a jump ball. It will be Cape Verde's ball. As Vandel inbounds to Vaj, with the forwards taking action into their hands, leading the Cape Verde charge.
Andrade couldn't hit on that possession. Tieno will push the ball, get it out to Reynolds. Mangale, nice kick out to Akinyi for the finish. And she has a chance to make this a 3-point play. 5 points for Akinyi. Against Cameroon yesterday, she had 9.
That was a good finish, powerful. And she has a chance to score again on the free throw line.
Andrade picks up her third foul. Akinyi at the line, gets that one to go. The former netball player who is so reliable, especially on the transition offense, but generally in the post. Look at the trap defense there. They're going to put the pressure.
Very good hands from Vaz.
And that's good pressure defense from Kenya. Somehow the ball was passed out. Somehow Cape Verde have scored.
Well, they found a way to score, and that's what matters right now.
That is what matters. And it's back to a 7-point lead for Cape Verde. Wanyama at the top of the key. Takes one step too many once again. And she's going to have greater awareness of what is going on.
That's 2 walks right now. That was through the legs there.
Incredible.
And a fine finish. And another one right there from Vaj. Wow, she's really having an incredible game so far.
She really
11
is.
points and 9 rebounds. She's just 1 rebound short of a double-double.
Floating pass into the paint. Mercy Wanyama short. And Kenya are looking very, very tired while Cape Verde are just getting started. Livramento at the top. Again, mentioned it earlier. Cape Verde, look at how they've spread out the floor like that. And Vash can't get that one to meet its target. Chene will bring the ball up. Wangale gets it into Mercy Wanyama. She's alone in that wing. She will take on her defender for the fadeaway. It bounces around and rolls out. And they're going to fight for that ball. They're going to call a jump ball.
And it is Cape Verde ball. And a timeout for Cape Verde. Antonio Moreira. Look at Vaz and how she drove into the paint for that easy layup. 1 rebound away from a double-double in this game. Vaj, very, very important player for Cape Verde. Now let's listen in to what Antonio is telling the Blue Shacks of Cape Verde.
Look though, wait, pay attention. Pam, be patient. Run. Oh.
Yeah. She started here. She was here, like here.
These two will be us, that'll be Nadla. When you catch, they're gonna come to the side.
So she's not far to come to the middle. Is that what you see?
No. Almost half court. Mesmo linha. Okay?
Let's go, boy. Let's go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
There's a smile on my face as I'm watching that timeout because it was a joint effort. The veteran players had something to say. Everyone was talking, they're communicating, they're working together. And what we saw in that huddle is what we've been seeing on this floor. Even that last possession where you had the guard save the ball, throw it in between their legs. Somehow someone got the ball at the hoop and Cape Verde scored. The energy in the Cape Verde camp is really good right now, Usher.
That sort of character is what you need from your players, especially under the circumstances that we spoke about earlier, that the team trained for the very first time yesterday, and now they're looking to cause an upset here. I mean, when you look at the Kenyan side, immense talent, but it's still a long way to go in this game.
Ball snatched away by Livramento. And now with the crossover, she's pushing, she's ducking, she's weaving. And Mercy Wanyama gives her the same treatment on the opposite end of the floor. Long pass to Reynolds. Reynolds kicks it out to Christine Akinyi. And Akinyi with the baseline shot. Mendes now on the wing. Kenya going to put that defensive pressure on her and force a turnover.
There was a trap there, and Cape Verde have to do a better job of bringing down the ball through the middle and not find themselves in the sides.
Wangale out to Otieno. Otieno kick it out to Reynolds for the 3. Basket is good. Reynolds rattles it in. And Kenya now with 37 points, 4-point game. And it's that trap defense that has been working for them. A good defensive adjustment by the Lionesses to force 2 turnovers and to convert on the other side of the court to get them back to a 4-point, just 4 points away from Cape Verde. Taking a look at the 3-point shot from Victoria Reynolds. And that's gonna get her 15 points in this game.
And that's more like Victoria Reynolds, the one that we know. And Kenya back into this one. It's a 4-point game and Kenya possession.
Pass fired into the post for Mercy Wanyama, stripped away by Livramento, but they'll call the foul. And it's Cape Verde ball. I'm not quite sure what that call was. Leitao will inbound. You see Vash, the center for Cape Verde, bringing the ball up. Talking about her versatility. Ball handling is no problem for her. Speaking of ball handling, she manages to defeat her defender, and they'll call the foul on Wanyama. She picks up her 3rd. Yeah, she gave her a bit of a bump. Caught the keen eye of the refereeing, officiating group. Josiana Vash, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kick out. Beautiful block from Christine Akinyi. And Wangale fills the lane for the finish on the other end of the court. Kenya are chipping away at this lead, and we talked about it earlier in the game. It's going to be a grinder to the last whistle. But not if Vash has anything to say about it. This lady is on fire.
Vash is always looking around, and if you don't take care, she just comes in and changes the face of the game. And we're back to 5-point game. I mean, turnover for Kenya. Wangale trying to pass the ball there. Look at that. Strong block from Christine Akinyi with Victoria Reynolds and the assist Wangale finishing on the other end of the court.
Good play from Kenya on both sides of the court. Josiana kick out to Livramento. Livramento on the wing. She go high off the glass, can't get that one to go. Akinyi with a big rebound, and here comes Wangale. Almost got it to Akinyi. It's kicked out by Fernandes, so the ball stays on this side of the court. And Akinyi is so dangerous on transition offense. Reynolds now out to Otieno. Otieno will shoot the 3, but he'll have a whistle on the floor. Stoppage here as the referee team consult. That is Nadege Zuzu from Cote d'Ivoire having a conversation with Najet Senagui. Kenya will inbound. 5-point game here, 2 minutes to go. Wangale fires in a pass to Adhiambo. Adhiambo just couldn't get her hands on it. And here comes Livramento. Hesitation kick to Fernandes. Fernandes back to Livramento. Not good. Now it's a long pass to Wasuda. It's off balance. Christine Akinyi, the netball player, showing us netball things.
Very, very impressive run right there for Christine, who is doing an impeccable job. 10 points now in this game. Second player for Kenya to have double digits, the other being Victoria Reynolds with 15.
This is her first outing at AfroBasket. She tried out for the 2019 team and didn't get it, as Livramento can't get that one to fall. Otieno will push it, a long pass to Akinyi. This time she was not aware of her positioning on the floor. Just couldn't finish it. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Three-point game, and things are getting heated up as Livramento is fouled on the way to the hoop. They'll call it on Mwangale. They call it on Wasuda, actually. And that will be Brenda Wasuda's second foul.
Livramento converts the first one.
First free throw for the game, actually.
For her, second player after Vaj, Josiana. And there's 2 changes for Cape Verde, as Livramento and Fernandes come off.
And coming into the game is Pires and Ivora. Reynolds will inbound. Mwangale, kick out to Reynolds for the three. Can't get that one to fall. Too many hands. And now Mwangale has to take a shot at it. Leitao with a commanding rebound. Back to a 5-point lead. Vaj. Too hard. Almost loses it at the hands of Andrade. She has to be aware of how much time is left on the clock. 5 seconds. Reynolds with the floater. No. Brenda Wasuda with the putback. Yes.
And that is Brenda's first points in this game. She has been doing all the work on defense, and now she's been rewarded with that basket right under the hoop. Easy layup.
She's second only to Mercy Wanyama with the rebounding. And I know how important it is to also contribute on the offensive end. And I'm sure she's very happy to have that first basket, her first basket at the AfroBasket.
Exactly. So 2 points, 7 rebounds for her, and 1 assist, 1 steal. Not bad for a player who's coming off the bench and has played less than 10 minutes in this game.
Three points. Let's take a look at some of the top plays of the third quarter. Leitao, the vet, making involved, but also problem with her taking the shot when need be, when there is that need. Fernandes goes coast to coast, and Cape Verde really being strong in that third quarter, but Christine Akinyi also giving as good as she's getting. She has 10 points in this game so far, 4 rebounds for her. And it's been an exciting game, a very close game. Even though it is low scoring, it's a very close game for both Cape Verde and Kenya. And this is what we predicted from the beginning.
And obviously looking at the stats there, Cape Verde have scored 20 points from turnovers in this game so far, compared to 9 for Kenya. So Kenya have to be very careful there in the last quarter. And 32 points for Kenya in the paint. We said earlier that the bigs will play a very big role, and Christina Kenya has come to the party. Masi Wanyama started it all, and Vilma in there also contributing. And 28 points for Cape Verde in the paint. I mean, it's interesting, you know, to see statistics like that, but 24 turnovers for Kenya in this game. That is not good, especially when you have 6 of them from Mwangale, the point guard, and Masi Wanyama also has 6. Not looking good for both players. They have to adjust and see how they can lead the Lionesses to their first victory at this tournament.
I think the challenge really for Kenya is that they've just not been balancing the floor well. They've not been spreading it out. You're taking a look at their three-point situation. Attempted 5, made 1. When you spread out the floor, you get your shooters chances to take a good look at that three-point shot, but also you get your post players ISO situations. And Kenya's strength is in their front court.
Well, we know for some time that East African teams are not known for shooting behind the arc, of course, apart from Burundi. So Kenya needs to work on that.
Leitao misses that three-point shot. Vash with the offensive rebound. And Vash now with a double-double. Wasuda tries to snatch it away, but they're going to call a foul on her. And Josiana Vash, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 6 steals. My goodness.
Impressive from the youngster playing at her second women's AfroBasket.
Leitao draws the defense, kicks it out to Vash for the three-point shot. Can't get that one to fall. Andrade now has had a quiet third quarter, but a very explosive first half. Gets it to Leitao. Leitao, as the shot clock winds down, meets Celine Okumu. And that's some good defense from Kenya to make sure Leitao does not get into a favorable position. Taking a look at that replay, it's good help defense.
I mean, the decision making there for Leitao, she could have done better. It is
backcourt violation. Okumu found herself stuck on the baseline. We'll have a substitution. Pires will have a seat as Livramento checks back into the game.
Three-point game as Vash points the ball. Andrade looking to drive in. Vash.
Way off the mark on that one. Doesn't hit the rim. It's going to be a shot clock violation. Minute 30 played. And three-point game, Cape Verde, Kenya. We knew it was going to be tight, but Kenya have been trailing for the better part of this game. Okumu with a clutch mid-range shot. That's what she's known for. That's what she's on this team for. One of Kenya's pure scorers, but also knows how to play some solid defense when need be. Leitao with a dribble jumper, way short.
And it is a one-point game now as Cape Verde hold on to a one-point lead. And Kenya's possession, Kenya getting the rhythm at the right point in the game. And with 7 minutes, 54 seconds to play, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. The bench for Kenya is injecting a lot of energy to their players as Brenda Wasuda fights her way. She gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and Kenya take their first lead in about 2 quarters. As Brenda Wasuda, she's come late to the party, but she's here. Very big 2 points for Kenya to tip the momentum a bit towards their side. And now Okumu with the poke, gets it to Mwangale. Mwangale finds Christine Akinyi, and we know what she's capable of on the drive. She can't score on that one. Mwangale is tripped up. And you can see her holding her knee. She is in a lot of pain.
Look at Brenda Wasuda and how she got her own rebound, put it back, and made that layup.
You can see the disappointment in Almeida's face as Natalie Akinyi is in an immense amount of pain. You can see the medical staff of Kenya coming there, but
And
take a look at the replay.
The replay.
She fell hard on that knee and then leave way up.
Doesn't look intentional.
No, definitely was not intentional. We've seen good fair play basketball tonight from both sides, but we really hope that Akinyi is okay. She is one of the key players for the Kenya Lioness team.
Very disappointing there. We hope that she will get back up, and we wish her a quick recovery as the medical staff give her first aid. She's holding her head there. Natalie Mwangale. She's been, you know, very important for Kenya over the years. And she was very particularly excited about playing here in Yaoundé. Well, both teams using the opportunity to come together and find some solutions on how to wrap this game up. It is 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
With Natalie Akinyi out of the court, you can see she's stead up and she's walking, which is always a very, very, very good sign. With her out of the game, Rose Ouma will have to step in and take over.
And we wish her a quick recovery as she walks past us here. And action resumes on the court. Cape Verde possession.
Facts matters on the floor. Vash all the way to the hoop. Can't finish. She'll jump out of bounds, try and get the ball, and that won't go. Ouma will inbound the ball into and bring the ball up. That disruption of Natalie Akinyi should not affect how Kenya team continue to flow. Celine Okumu couldn't get that baseline jumper to fall this time. You can see that trap defense forces them to kick the ball back out. Mendes gets it to Fernandes. Fernandes back to Mendes. Mendes back to Fernandes. Fernandes for the shot. It's off, and Christine Akinyi taps it away. Ouma grabs the rebound. A long pass to Victoria Reynolds. Reynolds with a spin move. It was too soft. And Kenya slowing down that recovery defense. Okumu almost mishandling the ball, and Ouma is going to have to make sure that the Kenya side takes a breather and plays at their pace, not the pace of their opponents. Long two-pointer for Celine Okumu. Clutch two-pointer.
coming to the party. 6 points for her. 3 out of 4 attempts in the field. And Kenya have a 3-point lead with 5 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the last quarter.
Kick out to Fernandes. Fernandes off the mark. And Cape Verde starting to look tired. Both sides, really. Oma will bring the ball up. Reynolds in the wing. She gets the screen from Akinyi. Back to Oma. Oma's wide open from the three-point line. Rose Ouma puts it up, knocks it down. And Kenya are on a run here. Timely for the captain. 5 points for Kenya, no answer from Cape Verde. Vash manages to get her way into the hoop. 48 points for Cape Verde. It's a 4-point lead for Kenya. As we saw the momentum start to slowly shift at the top of the fourth quarter. Mercy Wanyama back to Otieno. Otieno not able to finish. Luoma will try and slow it down. We'll have a long three-point shot from number 9, Mendes. And it's back to a 1-point game. Usher, we have a game in our hands.
What an incredible game we're having here. And let's see which of the two teams can perform under pressure as Jed Leitao returns to the court, and it's Cape Verde possession.
Reynolds thought she had the push. Again, you can't look for those fouls, especially at the AfroBasket tournament. It'll be one of the most physical tournaments you'll ever play in. Woo! Joseana Vash, give this lady a trophy. She is absolutely on fire. 18 points for her and putting Cape Verde back in the lead against Kenya.
Wow.
Getting it done on both ends of the floor, slaps the ball away out of Mercy Wanyama's hands. And what a couple of possessions it has been for Cape Verde as Livramento slows things down a bit. Leitao now at the top of the key. Kicks it out to Livramento. Livramento with a dribble jumper. No basket.
And look at that sweet three from Josiana Vaz. And the support from the bench celebrating that big three. And the fall obviously in the paint. Rosa Wuma and Jed Leitao, the captain's fall, as you may call it.
They have a nice little chat there on the floor. I'll be talking about the weather.
Talking about the weather, the traffic, you know, the traffic on a Sunday in Yaoundé. I mean, what does it look like? It is a 1-point game with 3 minutes, 18 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. It is a Kenyan timeout. Let's listen to what George Mayenga is telling the Lionesses.
They know all the time, Narudevi. That's up and down, not unless these are in the chinny. It's when Melissa can give this pass. Me, I don't want guesswork. Let's do what we know. You play good defense, we cannot let it go now, Apuna. Those two shots, Apana.
It is a double-double for Josiana Vaz. 18 points, 11 rebounds for a 6'1" center. That is impressive. She's fearless and she's very determined to get this victory for Cape Verde. The Blue Shacks of Cape Verde bringing the heat in this tournament. And you'd think that Kenya know that it's not yet over. There's a lot to play for.
And I have to say this is, in fact, I know this is the most tightly contested game of the tournament so far. 1 point differential between both of these squads, who have met 4 times in AfroBasket, as Livramento hits that first free throw. To the wire at this rate. She can't hit the second. Ball bounces out of bounds. And the tension is now building for Kenya and Cape Verde alike, as both sides just try and get that edge. Otieno out to Auma. Auma back to Reynolds. Reynolds with a long 2. It's good! Wide open shot for Reynolds, and she makes it count.
And the game is tied, 54 up. Wow, what an incredible game.
Incredible indeed. Vash, who's been the superstar of this game, is fouled on the floor by Christine Akinyi, but she has some fouls to give. First one of this game. Two minutes, 47 seconds left to go. Fourth game of the day, and that was a quick pass into Livramento, who gives Cape Verde back that 2-point lead. Ouma, the captain, bringing the ball up. Livramento at 14 points. Otieno throws up a prayer. It's rebounded by Akinyi. Gets it back to Otieno. Otieno can't get it to fall. Wanyama is fouled on the way up. You can see Leitao asking for the jump ball, but they're going to give her a chance to go to the charity stripe and even out the score once again. Taking a look at that replay, it's definitely a foul. And look at the tension on the bench. Arlie Almeida willing her teammates to win this game from afar. Wanyama hits her first free throw. Gets the second one to go as well. 2 clutch free throws from Wanyama, and Coach Antonio Marrero will have to call a timeout. He will have some final words for his players as the fourth quarter starts to wind down. Let's listen in on what some of those words might be.
On defense, on defense, you don't stay here. You just help you go corner. They go corner. They get in shot from corner. Oh, Rondell, Ornella, Shaw. Okay, Jade, either side, it doesn't matter. Just go to the corner, fix it. All right, Rondell, fix, go. You don't get it, come back again. Be patient. If you go, you got shooters. All right, we gotta get back. We gotta get back and play that defense. Yes. Box out. Everyone's got to box out. Everyone's got to go. There's no complaint. You gotta push. You gotta go get it. You gotta push back. You gotta fight. All right, let's go. We got this. Let's go.
Patience. 1, 2, 3. Patience.
Coach Antonio with the parting words of wisdom there. We got this. And indeed, if Kenya are not careful, Cape Verde have this game, but it could really go either way. It's been a seesaw for the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Ball now in Vash's hands. Vash will kick it out to Mendes. Mendes finds Livramento cutting into the paint.
That was a very fine play from Cape Verde, efficient, especially coming off that timeout. That's what you want to see as a head coach.
Otieno shoots, doesn't crash the boards. Missed opportunity there for Kenya to even out the score. The ball is in Vash's hands. She'll fire from deep. Won't get it. Otieno, big offensive rebound. Victoria Reynolds now with the ball. It's kicked out by Cape Verde, and she saw Christine Akinyi. She wanted to get the ball to her. Andrade He's gonna walk it off.
Looking at that replay, you can see that that was a beautiful finish there to give Cape Verde a 2-point lead. And Antonio Moreira is asking for a timeout as we see Natalie Mwangale back on court. 1 minute, 28 seconds to play. And it's a Cape Verde timeout. Let's listen in to what Antonio Moreira, normally called Zola, has to say to his team.
Oh, listen. Anna, in the ball, right? Go ahead. Yeah, Joe with the first wicket. Pick and pop. Joe's gonna pick and pop now. She's not gonna roll. So, Joe, Ornella, Mona, Jade, Anna, either corner. It doesn't matter. Go away. Ornella, go Ornella's side. Hey, no. It doesn't matter. Okay? Joe, remember though, Joe is picking and Joe is popping. Ornella, to me, go away.
Encore 1 minute et 22 secondes à jouer. Kenya 6,
corner. Go corner. Go.
Usher, if you ask me, I think Jade Leitao, who we saw also talking quite a bit in that timeout, I think she has a good chance of stepping into the role of head coach for Cape Verde.
Well, obviously, she has been here for over a decade. 16 years since she made her debut in 2005. Her leadership skills are up there, and obviously having also done the beautiful work that is running basketball camps back home in Praia, it's befitting, as you say, for her to take up a role like that.
Big rebound from Reynolds, and Mwangale, who's back into the game. Selena Kumu to Akinyi with the turnaround. And Kenya are back in this game with just under a minute to go. They're going to put the defensive pressure on. Mwangale, steal. Celine Okumu grabbed from behind, and that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul by Mendes.
Changement demandé. Entrée du numéro 5. Sortie du 30.
Emotions are high. Take a look at that replay. Celine Okumu gets it to Akinyi with the turnaround. And that's probably the biggest shot of her career so far.
As Victoria Reynolds watches from the bench, the duty now is upon those on court to deliver. Celine Okumu on the line, alone.
It's a mystery to me.
Misses the first one.
It's a mystery to me why Reynolds is on the bench. She's their star player, and she needs to be on the floor. Kumu hits one free throw. And Kenya will be looking to a set offense to make it happen here. Just need to keep a close eye on that shot clock. 5 seconds to find Akinyi again! Christine Akinyi does it again!
That's a very big basket from her and performance generally tonight. She's come alive, especially in the second half of this game, and you can see the disappointment on the Cape Verde bench as Kenya take a 3-point lead with 32.2 seconds to play in this last quarter.
Akinyi can't make it a 3-point play, and Cape Verde with a chance to tie things up and take this game into overtime. There's about a 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Leitao in the wing.
Misses.
Mark Wangale with the offensive rebound. She's tripped up. Manages to keep things alive. Wanyama now with the ball. Gets it back into the hands of Wangale, and they just need to hang on there for 4 seconds to win this game. It's been a thrilling last 1 minute of play for Kenya and Cape Verde. And now Kenya with a 3-point lead.
That last play there with Mwangale, you know, fighting for the ball and falling on the ground just shows you how important she has been for the Lionesses, and they need her healthy. That's what she brings into this game. You were speaking earlier about Victoria Reynolds, but her presence there now seals it for the Kenyan Lionesses. First victory at the FIBA Women's 2021 AfroBasket here in Yaoundé, Cameroon. How are you feeling?
Fist pumping. I'm doing fist pumps. I'm doing the fist pumps. That was a huge win for Kenya, especially for their morale, especially for their confidence as they continue in this tournament, bouncing back from that loss to the hosts Cameroon yesterday. But they were hungry for it, and we saw that. Celine Okuma misses the first free throw. She'll get a chance to shoot the second one and then go celebrate with her teammates. Misses both, and she'll go back to join the rest of the Lionesses in celebration as they managed to squeak by with a win just by 3 points. It was an intense game, but it was Christine Akinyi's four field goals, four points that really turned things around for Kenya and allowed them to gain the victory. You see the Kenya fans there at the top in the black t-shirt, coach Hervé Bassog, who spent a good chunk of time in Kenya developing the game with the university team USIU. Taking a look at some of the stats there on your screens, Cape Verde 43, Kenya 48 points, and really it's just even across the board when it comes to points, when it comes to rebounds, assists, steals, and that really tells the story of what happened tonight here, Usher.
Very impressive really for Kenya. Yes, first victory here, but also it speaks so much about the character of the team and the way that they did not give up at halftime. They kept going, kept pushing. In that third quarter, they built, you know, the momentum, and even when they lost Mwangale, they just kept going strong and eventually paid off. Now Kenya look like a team that can play with or without Victoria Reynolds, and that is a good thing to know that, you know, the points distribution can go either way. It just depends on who needs to step up and on both sides of the court.
And speaking of stepping up, we saw Akinyi with that jump shot, but really Vash is the one who stepped up for Cape Verde. Josiana Vash finished this game with 18 points, 12 rebounds, 7 steals, and 3 assists. I think this game had gone on 5 minutes longer, she would have gotten herself a triple-double, and she has been outstanding for Cape Verde. The center who does it all, so confident, 21 years old, long basketball career ahead of her, and it has been a treat to watch her tonight.
It is a treat indeed, watching her bring down the ball, shoot the threes, pick rebounds, and literally be a leader on that court. Beautiful to see that there's, you know, so many young upcoming players on the African continent. And speaking about young, you have Christine Akinyi, you know, taking that role and saying, I got this, Kenya, I got you, and let's take this victory home.
You know, we talked about it earlier, Usher, in the absence of Felmas Koranga, who has been the star forward, the stretch forward for the Kenya Lionesses. It was going to be interesting to see who would step up and fill in that role. And I think tonight, I have to say that person is definitely Christine Akinyi, who finished with 14 points, 5 rebounds. She was getting it done on both ends of the floor. She was hustling, she was running the ball down on a transition, and that was very impressive to me.
And you talk about that, but we have to also look at the stats. Kenya had 28 points off the bench. That will be very important for Coach George Mayenga and going forward in this tournament as they prepare for the qualifiers of the quarterfinals.
Truly has been an exciting day of basketball. We've had a really good time, myself and Usher, watching some of the elite teams across the African continent hash it out on the floor. The last team of this night was Cape Verde taking on Kenya, and what a fitting way to close out this night. We'll have a look at the standings in just a moment as we enjoy some more highlights of the game.
Very intense game today and exciting to see that, you know, these teams gave us a good game. Look at the table standings for Group A. Kenya at the top with 3 points, Cameroon in second place with 2, and Cape Verde with 1 at the bottom of Group A.
Final score, 58 Cape Verde, Kenya Lionesses 61. It's good night and see you tomorrow from the team here in Yaoundé, Cameroon. We'll see you later.
Verde.